To do my automation, I want to work with what? With a form. So I need to go to my marketing and go to my forms here, right? So I'll click here and I'm going to open this form to this part because we are automating such that when people come and fill this form, we are going to get to send them a what? A specialized message, or let me just call it a tailored message for them to get whatever they need or just whatever, right? So that is what that one there means. So I don't want this one. This one is not what I want. Let me go back. I don't like this form. Mm-mm. It's not nice. Not nice. Let me exit first. So this is my form here. I'll come here for my form and I'll click on what? Create a new form. And then it will ask me to go to form editor, legacy. I'll use this one. Then I'll go to next. And here I will say I should do what? Choose a blank one here. So I will select this one here. And then I'll do what? Click on start. I think we have already done form before now. So that shouldn't be something new to anyone here. So we are done with this one. So now the first thing is to what? Is to always name your form, right? So we can call it what? We can call it we can form. We can call it okay. Uh, app registration what? Registration form. Okay. So we can call it what now? For maybe one slash what? One slash 3E. Okay, so every company have their own way of what of naming their forms. All right. So now this form now is aimed at what getting our what our new users now want to know who they are, where they are using our app from, and so on and so forth. So we can actually do that now. We can do what? Of course, we want to take their what their first name, take their first name. I mean, I'm not good. We already know how to do this one, so it's nothing new to us. Okay, so we are going to do what now? Take their first name, then of course their papa name also will be inside. Then we want to take their phone number as well. So this is mobile number. This one here, pick it and then we bring it here. But I actually want to call it their WhatsApp number. Okay, so I'll change it to what? To WhatsApp number. Let me change it to WhatsApp. Okay, WhatsApp WhatsApp number. So what did they ask me say whether this app whether e get any problem. Me no come be say the app na problem app. Make I just hide my head abeg. No dey wahala. So this one now is what? Name, last name, WhatsApp number, email. Then I also want to know their what? Their country, where they come from, right? I'll put this country here. Then of course, if you're putting country, you must put in their what? The state. And then you must also put in the what? The city, right? And also we can put some money things here like maybe other things like maybe where they're coming from or the annual income. Can you see annual income here? This is annual income. Yes, annual revenue. Can put that in there. Okay, can put that here, and then we can drag it down at the what at the bottom after the city. So this one is the what? This one now is our what? Is our form now. We can do what now? We can now create automation for this form on our workflow section. But before then, we must do what? We must save the app. So we can do what? We can do what? Click here, update, and do what? Publish. You see now our form is already what? It's already published now. We are not going to actually do anything with this form, but we are going to copy the link because, of course, you want them to fill the form maybe from your business website, maybe from your social media platform, maybe from your delivery page or whatever. Of course, eh? So we can actually do what? Copy this form and do what? And paste it on our what? On our website. Some of you already know how to create websites here, so that one no be issue. Okay. Now, let me now go back to my workflow here and start it from where? From scratch. Okay. So you can see that when you come here now, you can see that there's actually what? A lot of different templates here. You say get started with what? With workflow templates. You can even see that there are more than enough templates here, right? You can see that there are more than so if you don't know what you're doing, you can just go what? Look through them and then see how they work like and then play along with them. But I love to start from scratch because I believe that from scratch you can, in fact, you can then know how each one here actually gets to what to function. So I'll do what say start from scratch and I'll click on this. Okay. Now there are different kind of automation here or maybe say workflow here. You can see that we have cart based, which means that whenever they are ordering, you are going to do automation. Based on what they have ordered, right? Then we see user based here, which are going to tailor according to the user. Then you can see that we have order based, we have goal based, subscription based, and all of that. But we are going to focus on what? On contact based. Okay. So we're going to focus on what? Contact base, and then we're going to what? Make sure that your form is here. You see this place here, it is here. Okay. If it is there now on that blank workflow, you now do what? Click on next. Okay. Click on next now. So we are not going to what? Okay, this is now our next part here now, right? So the next thing is to what? Is to start is to start creating our what? Our trigger. Of course, I'm sure you now see trigger here. You know that when we did our Zapier, we know what trigger is already. So that will not be serious headache again. We already know what trigger is. Okay. But then let us name our what? Automation first of all. So this is automation for what? For automation for what? For Otanwa app. Otanwa what? Otanwa app. Okay. You can call it what? Uh Maybe created to what? To tailor sales, or maybe created to what? Maybe to onboard new app users and welcome them into the what? The platform. You know? That's our what? Our description for this automation here. So we can do what? Click on save, and we can now begin our journey. So how do we now do this now? This is where I'll now ask you to what? To pay attention. I know say so far now, we have been a little bit of distracted. Please, from now on, pay attention because it's going to be very, very tricky now. So now, our journey begins here. What is the next thing to do? We say trigger enrollment for contacts when this happens, right? What are we going to do now? We're going to what? Click on this here. You see now, I click on here now, and then it open this part now that says what? It says automatically trigger enrollment when what happens. You say when an event occurs, right? So I will click on here now. You see now? So now, what is this thing that must happen now for this automation to start working? Okay. So we are not trying to what? Give it our criteria now that okay, when this person slaps you, do what? Open your eye. Or when this person knocks your head, do what? Run. Maybe shout kwekeyo. Or when this person pays you money, deliver these goods, right? That is what we are going to be doing here now. But then now it is a form, right? So we are going to automate this now so that what? When our form is what? Is submitted, this workflow will start performing. Okay, it will start manifesting. Ehen. So now you say what? Group one, which is here, then you say what? Your criteria will appear here. So what is this criteria now? You can see it here. It says what? Add criteria. Then here now we now need to what? Come to this place and search for what? Are you seeing form? Just click on form here. So we are doing it so that what? Whenever a form is submitted, we are to what? We are to get something, right? So we are going to what? Click on form submission now. Okay, we have done that now. We have done this now. So when form is submitted now, what happens now? Okay, we can click on what? We can click on done. Okay, you can click on what? Click on done. That whenever the form is what? Is submitted, something should happen. What is that thing that should happen? You can simply come here to what? To add more things here, or maybe probably try to maybe like add something else here. But then that is just for what? Whenever that form is filled, something should what? Something should happen. Now, what is that thing that must happen here? You can see come here to what? To continue our what? Our automation. We are not even done. We are not even started yet now, okay? But when form is submitted now, something must what? Something must happen here. What is that thing that must happen? We come here to what? To add another step here. Click on this plus here to add what should happen now. Okay, but is it as soon as the person fills the form, abi after some time, or after some days, or after some months, or abi after some weeks, right? Okay, so depending on what you're marketing now, depending on what you're building this your form for, you can now decide to say, okay, if person fill this form now, maybe like after like 2 hours, maybe after like 3 hours, maybe 30 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, do what? Send them a message. So that is where you now need to come here. Here now that you are seeing this configuring now, you need to put something here, which is your what? Our delay will now be here. So this is our delay here now. We put a delay that okay, When they finish filling the form now, this thing should wait for at least 5 minutes before you should start what? Before you should start working. So you cannot come here to say what? Say, okay, say for a set amount of time. Me, I'm going to say what? How many hours? I don't want it to be days. I don't want it to be hours. I want it to be what? Minutes. So I can say, okay, maybe 3 minutes. Okay, then I will do what? I will then click on save here. So that is now what? When you finish filling this form now, what should happen? It should what? Wait for 3 minutes and then we'll now do what? Do the next thing. But I missed something here, which is what? I did not specify the form that is to what? Is to get this automation here. I didn't specify it. Where is that form? What is that form? Hmm? So I need to what? Edit enrollment trigger, and I should be able to what? To find the form and then add it here. So let me delete this, delete branch, and do what? I will say add criteria, and I will say what? Come here, I will add what? Form. You see this form now, I need to click here to select which form now. Okay, so that is it now, and then I have to say what? Okay, this is, I will say done. I will say done. Then the next is to come here and do what? And say, okay, continue now. I'm now on my plus. I will do what? Say, okay, add something here. Now, my message is to what? Is that I want them to receive a message here. So there should be a message here, which is what? Communication. So I'll click on this communication and do what? Say send an email. Okay? Send an email. So it is not asking me to what? To select an email to send. But you can see now it is actually an empty workspace. I don't have any email yet, right? So I cannot do what? I can do what? Create an email here. But I think at this point, I think some people are already come. Let me go and see whether anybody. We now need to like add message to them. Okay, so what should then be the message? The message is that what? We select the message here now. Okay, so this is where we now need to do what now? Select that particular message that we are going to what? Send to our customers automatically. Like we not go touch this thing. We will just leave our house, they sleep, but they can actually get the full message and then they'll be welcome into our platform. You know, if you want to pop champagne for them, you can actually pop champagne for them using the email, right? Now, what is the message now? You need to what? Create the message here. Okay. So here now, you do what now? You can actually come here and say what? Okay. The email name now you have to actually say, I mean, do what? Select the email name. Now you can call it what? Say welcome to what? To app what? Sign up. Okay, so for instance, now if Nakara they say it's okay, welcome to what? Welcome to Iya what? Or maybe Mama okay, Akara joints, right? I'm not saying another one that they like, right? So now we don't need to what say from name. From name can be what anything you like. Just say okay, maybe welcome what? Welcome email. Then which address now are you going to send this email from? You need to come here to what? To select your address, which is what? It can be any of these three here. This one here is your what? This is your default address that you use to sign up. This one is one that was given to you by what? By Hubspot, right? As a user of this Hubspot account. So you can use this one. Then next is to what? To subscription type now can be what? Can just be set to this one here. Just leave it like that. Then message line. Some of you here don't know what message line is. Now let me show you what message subject line actually means. Let me go to Gmail. So when you hear subject line, now look at what subject line here means. Look at it here. Are you seeing here now? This is our what? This is subject line here. Are you seeing it now? You say user remove. This one is what? Your confirmation code. So this is our what? Subject line. So that's what you're going to what? To enter here now. So you can say, okay, our message is what? Say uh uh maybe sign up bonus, right? So sign up what? Sign up bonus. You can even put your business name there. You can put Otanwa what? Otanwa uh Akara. Sign up what? Sign up bonus, right? This one is bonus. Now, what is now the content of your message? So you now need to what? Get your message. And let me just go to ChatGPT and get a message here so I can easily use it. So I will come here and say what? Say generate me a what? A welcome, a welcome message for new customers that signed up on our new app called what? Otanwa Akara what? Akara joint. Then I'll do what? I'll just push it. Then it will give me a what? A kind of template to work with. So you see now, this is our what? Our small message. So I can do what? Copy this now, and I'll go back and what? And add it here. You see now, I've added it now. But then we also need to do what now? To personalize this stuff. So I'll come here to personalize this. Now, personalize actually means what? I mean, you should be able to know what who you are dealing with now. Like, okay, I can't just come and say hello, how are you? So it needs to be what? Maybe like, okay, hello, Michael, right? So that's what personalization. So that so the person can feel like what that the email actually is for them. So you can do what? Click on this personalize and then come down here to select what token. Now the token is what is the contact owner's token, which is like their what, like their first name. They can now click on what insert. See now we have done what now? You can now come and say, okay, dear what first name, right? So the first name will not be their what their name. So if the person actually fill the so we have now entered the name here. We have entered the name here. So we can now do what? You can now say, okay, this is our message now. So if we want the person to go and be able to sign up, so we can actually put what and say, okay, maybe click here to what to start seeing what start seeing our what different akara akara recipes, right? Akara recipes. Okay, they can now do what? Okay, let us now deliver the message. So but then this is just a what a kind of template that we are what that we are sending to our customers. So we can do here to what click on this default here. Footer is incomplete. Come on now, I need this. Footer is what incomplete. Haba, I need that part to let me manage this so I can be able to use it and do what and save my message. So that what enter our what our business detail at the bottom. You can say what 65 Akara Street is in where? Is in let us call it Aba. Okay. Then here can be our what? Here can be our city, which is what? Aba. But let me even remove the Aba from here, right? Then here can be our what? Our state, which is what? Which is Delta. Then here is what? Zip code or postal code, which is what? 330103. Then this is country, which is what? Nigeria. You can actually leave this phone number as it is. Okay, it's not really that very much of important, but you can just put anyone there and then you can do what? Click on save and then confirm it. Now you can now come here to what? To see your footer will should not start working well. Now let me copy this message and then refresh so that thing can take effect. Okay, so this is it here. I'm here now. Email name should be what? Welcome to Akara Joint, right? Welcome to Akara Joint. This is it now. Then this is what? Akara app. Okay, then email should be what? From this guy, and then this one is here, and then this one is what? Say welcome to Akara Akara what? Akara Joint app. Because I forgot what I wrote before because she knows I refresh. Then here can be what? My footer, right? I can now put my footer there. Then you see now I now have a footer, right? And I can now do what? Since I don't even see send, you don't even see save word self. Your automation here now. Let me still do it one more time so you can see how it works. So I will just come here, I will click on this, and I'll select what? Communication. Then how do I want to do it? You can see that we have a lot of things here to do. You can see that we even have WhatsApp message here. We have internal marketing email. We have internal what? Marketing notification. We have an in-app notification. Maybe for instance now, because of say how they do app now, I can actually send them notification inside of the app that they are using. Sometimes you are using your Spotify, you are using your maybe Facebook, and then you receive a message that maybe somebody actually reported your content or whatever. That is how they send it using what? In-app what notification. Then when you finish signing up for the form now, you're going to receive a message. This is how they configure it now. So I'll click on this to send a message. Then I'll select my what? My message from this list here. But if you don't have the message, you have to do what now? You have to go and what? Create a new message by clicking on this new mail here. So I've already demonstrated how to what? How to create the email. I will just do what? Click on this email to what? To send. Then I can now do what? Say okay, save. Okay. So that is how you do what? That's how you do that one. Okay, but then if I do like this now, I will have the same message coming to you between this one and this one to be the same message, right? So I need to what? Click on delay. This one can be what? Maybe 10 years, right? I can come down here to say, okay, amount of time is what? Actually what? Maybe 30 days for that one will what? Will go to you. Now click on save here. Now you can even still add more. I can even come and do what? And add branch. That is where the logic now comes. Let me click here to add what? To add a branch. So the branch is this now. So what is the branch like? Now the branch help us to what? To actually create a what? A kind of segmentation between our what? Our customers. For instance, you are applying for a job, branch here means, okay? So this branch, let me use my what? My paint and describe how branch functions, okay? So branch is more like a what? It's like a small logic, okay? So we have this small logic here. This is point, where my biro now? Okay, this is our point A here, and this is our point B. And now we say what? Here is for what? Is for male. Here is for what? Is for female, right? Okay. Now we are creating a what? A recruitment form now. So we can be able to what? To hire new staff, right? But then the allocation actually says that what? That we need 40 males and what? And maybe 10 females. Okay. Now we now have what? This is our branch now. You see now, this also is a what? It's like a tree. This is a branch. Branch A is male. Branch B is what? Is female. Now, for this branch to function, it means that what? We have to make sure that our customers that are going to be filling this form, when they fill the form now, those that are male will receive a kind of response. Then those that are female will receive a what? A different kind of what? Response, right? Let's assume that we are doing maybe a health checkup now for maybe, we are trying to maybe make some kind of research, maybe in an NYC camp now. So we want to get some kind of feedback from males and females. Of course, you know that there are some questions that males can answer that females cannot answer. Okay, so that is where you now bring in your what? Your branch now. So for instance, if you are a male now, they can ask you, okay, when last did you toast a girl? Of course, that one now, a female cannot answer that because females don't toast girls, right? Then if you're a female now, they will now ask you, when last did you receive maybe Valentine from a guy? I don't know whether I don't know whether guys actually receive Valentine gift from ladies, shall. But I know say most ladies actually receive. In fact, before you see one guy receive gift from ladies as Valentine gift, you don't see like 10 girls who receive Valentine gift from where? From guys. So now this one is a what? Is a branch. So the branch help you to what? To tailor a kind of what? Workflow such that these people can receive message A, okay? Then this people can receive what? Message what? Message B. For instance, if you are selling, maybe you are selling, how will I even, which one the things that boys actually use that ladies don't use here? So if you are selling a beard cream now, you know that thing that they call beard gang cream. You know that guys will they will buy it, but ladies will not do that one, right? So that is what this one here means. So if you are selling, so your branch actually tells your automation to what? To send your beard cream campaign to the guys, and then maybe you can now send the other cream. I don't know which other cream is it that actually make sure that they don't have beard to the females here. But maybe this one can now be a what? Maybe it can be a what? A beard removal cream, right? To the females, so that well, I mean, like if they have hair anywhere, maybe on their leg or on their face, that cream can what? Can remove the hair automatically. But guys need it now, so they will get the what? The hair growing what? The beard growing cream will go to the what? To the female, I mean to the males here. That is what this branch here does. Okay, so we can now go and do what? And perfect that with our what? With our automation. So we cannot do what? Say and or action inputs. So this means that okay, if this customer actually enters this particular option, what will happen? Of course, in our form now, you know that we have country, we have states, right? So we can now come and say, okay, now from that form now, if customer actually come here to say, okay, they fill the particular country, You see now, I'll select country here, right? Okay, okay, now let me even select state here. Let me select state. You see, if I maybe say, if actually a person selected what or entered this particular state or region, something should happen. So, and that's okay. If customer enter the particular region, do what? Do something. Now, what is that thing that will happen? Let us set it here now. So, if the state that you entered on the form is equal to what? Maybe let us say Lagos, then something should happen now. Okay? What is that thing that should happen? You see now we now have it what? We now have it twice here. See Lagos here? You see Lagos here? So this means that what? Maybe perhaps now we are hiring only people that are within Lagos now. We can also okay, if the customer actually come from Lagos, you can schedule what? Interview for them. Then if they are not from Lagos, you can simply tell them that what? That they are not qualified for the job. That is what this one now means. So you cannot come and say, okay, if they came from Lagos, you cannot do what? Send what? Send another communication, which is what? Recruitment what? Schedule or invitation for what? For an interview. You can come here to say what? Create a new mail for what? For an interview. So it's okay. Say invitation, invitation, invitation for an interview, right? Then this one can be what? Can be invitation. Then this one is our what? Is our mail that they're going to see that sends the message now. So this one is a word. You can use this one still. You can also okay, invitation for and what? On site interview, right? So this one is that now we are not going to what? Enter our what? Our invitation message here. So let me now go back and do what? And say, okay, generate me a what? Generate me a job interview, interview invitation what? Invitation email. Invitation email for applicants in the same company as stipulated above, right? Then I will do what? It will not give me a what? To give me a small message here. Can you see now? It's not giving me a what? A kind of email template to use here. So this is just how it will look like. So I will copy this now. Then I will go back to my what? To my mail here, and I will just put it there. This is subject now. Let me just copy this subject and do what? And paste it here. Let me paste it here instead of the one I put before. Then I can remove this one here. Then I'll simply come here to replace this with what? With the personalized what? Personalized token, which is what? The person's name that I'm sending this message to. This is contact owner, the first name. Then doing select. And then you see now, this is our message. You can also, okay, thank you for applying to join the team at Otanwa Akara Joint. We are impressed with your application and would like to what? Would like to tailor an invitation for you. So what is the job title? We need to specify that one here. Maybe they are applying for what? For senior Otanwa what? Otanwa engineer, right? Then here can be what? You cannot put the date of the interview here. It's okay. 34th of what? Of January 2000 and what? 26th. Then time is what? Time is 14 what? 1400 o'clock, right? That is by 2 p.m. Location is what? Location is on top the mango tree. Then we can now, you see now we have other things that they can actually do what? We can actually put there for them. Then we can now come here to what? Put our company name. So maybe your name is what? Your name is what? Is maybe Akpojaro Ishaka. This one is my guy's name in school. Ishaka. Then his job title is what? Is the HR, Human Resources, right? For which company? Otanwa company, right? And then you can now put your maybe your email or whatever here, but it's not always necessary. You can now put your company website here. And then you are finished. You can now come here to say what? Default and then save email. Now that is the email that we want to send them for the what? For an interview. You can come here to do what? You see now invitation for an interview. You can select the email now and it will be showing us here as a what? As a, just like a sample here. Then this one is finished. You can do what? Click on save. Then if they did not fill Lagos, what will happen? we can now come here to what, to add that one here. That is where you say none met here. So we can now say okay, plus to add what, a communication as well, that what, that they, that they could not qualify for the what, for the role. So we can come here to say okay, give me another email for applicants that did not qualify for the said role. Okay, it's role. So you see now it will generate another message for me now. So this one is it now. So you see now, this is just how they generate all those messages that you get. It can actually be coming to you, as a bulk message for everybody that applied for that job that did not qualify, right? So I'll come here to do what? To add it now, create a new mail, and I'll call it what? I'll call it did not qualify, right? So that means that what, this message will not go to what, people that did not qualify for the what, for the job. Say did, or let me just say not recruited, right? And then we can now say our address is what we're going to use, and then put this here, and then say what. Now we can simply come here to what, paste our message here, and then copy out our title of our what message, which is what, update on your what, application with Otanwa joint, right? Then we can now come here to what, add their name here. So everybody that apply for this job will get this message. So we don't want to start adding their name one by one. Say, this person is Michael, or let us add his name. The other person is Mbojikwe. Let us put them here. This other person is actually Saliu. No, 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 don't want that here. So we just put their what, their first name here, and then do what, insert. So this is just the message here that will be sent to them. And then when we are done now, come here to select default, and then click on save mail. So this means that what now, that when they fill this form now, those that are living in Lagos are going to be invited for what? For an interview. Those that are outside of Lagos will not receive. In fact, they will be told that what, that they did not qualify. They will not wish them well, right? But then don't forget to add your delay between here and also here. Let me just put delay here. Put delay. Of course, this one should be maybe after like 3 days, right? You can put here, set 3 days. Let me even just put 1 hour, because I know that some of us are going to actually do this and then fill the form, and then we're going to get our response, right? So I'll put 15 minutes here, just for your company will tell you what you need to do in your own time. When you start working with your company, they will tell you how long they're going to delay the message. Okay, so this one can be for what, maybe this one can be for the same delay, and it should be what, it should be the same time. So it can be also what, 15, so that as the person in Lagos actually receiving their own, the person in maybe Abeokuta can also receive theirs, and start feeling sad as well. So this is just how automation actually works. It's really not difficult. It's way what, very very simple. I don't want to get to say that it's actually difficult. It's not actually difficult, guys. It's very simple. Okay, so I'm not going to say okay, let us test now. So when you are done with your stuff here, you can test. But before then, I want to spell out that you can actually do this now for even up to a year. But that is only when your company actually has their roadmap already in view. Like, okay, your company actually knows what they do. They know all. Okay, maybe your company now, maybe like if they're hiring for the year now, they know when to stop hiring. They know when to invite people for what, maybe for an interview. Then they know how long they are going to take them for what, to get maybe like to finish the interview and then hire somebody, and then so on and so forth. That is what you do here. So it can be as long as possible. The list can be as long as a bet Naija sleep. Just keep doing it until you get to until you get to the end. Okay, so let me now test and see if it actually works. Let me see test here. It said choose a record to what? Choose a record to what? To view the parts that's expected to what, to be. So I can select this particular one here. And then let's now see if it will work. So let me say choose scenario. So I say complete trigger form. Okay, so they will not receive the message there. So that's how you can do what? You can actually test to see. So I think this test actually is completed, and we were able to get this thing done successfully. Let me say manual here. Let me now see. I think it actually worked. Look at it here. Say blah blah blah. So actually it's what? It's actually okay. So our stuff is what? Is working. We can now do what? Say okay, Oga, our Oga, we are done with our automation. They will go and get paid. Now this thing that we are doing here now might sound like a joke to you. So to publish your form, you need to what? You need to come here, select what? View and publish. You cannot do what? Click on this, click on next, keep clicking on next until you are done. Say turn on workflow, and then you are now good. So let me know. I don't know, some of you are still not ready. So let me go and fill my own form. Say something went wrong while updating your workflow, blah blah blah. I don't care. I need it to work. It must work. Okay, I think it's now working. Okay, so let me refresh and start again. So let me start now, review it again, and I will say what? Publish, say enrollment, blah blah blah. I will say okay, manually add. No, I don't want to add anybody. I'll just say okay, do this, and then test, and test again. Killing up now. Review your changes and add again. What will be my changes now? Killing up. So I think skip to turn on. It won't work. I don't know why the thing is not working. I don't know why, but let me see. This our workflow is actually off. Sometimes it can be like they can. I said if you want to do this, you have to what? Be at your workflow here, and then this is your workflow, and then you are going to see a lot of things here. But me, I'm going to start from scratch. Remember that I've already built my form under the content, no, under the marketing part. I already built my form. You saw how I was able to build my form. So now I will do what? Click on create workflow, right? Then I will click on what? From scratch. Now from scratch, now you need to select what you have to do here. I say this one is what? Contact based. In other words, if you want to do automation for people that are coming from a particular company, you can use company based. If you want to do it based on a particular kind of deal, you can use this one. If you want to do it based on the outcome of your call, you can use this one. If you want to do it based on a particular invoice, use this one. Subscription based, we have it there. And then user based. But we are going to focus on what? Contact based. We click on this one, then allow your mouse to click here on this blank workflow, and then do what? Click on next. Like I said, our automation is to what? Is to recruit people now. So we are going to recruit people, and then we're only interested in people that are what? That are in Lagos. But you know now, when you send out your recruitment form, people from different part of Nigeria are going to what? Fill the form. Even people from Ghana sometimes fill this form because I have all these kind of platforms that actually do all this job stuff. So when you now say, okay, maybe Equitos is actually hiring, then you now put a link. That link, people that are in Ghana will fill the form. People that are in maybe in Dubai will fill the form. People that are in the UK, they will fill the form. But we're only interested in what? In Nigerians living in Nigeria, and not just in Nigeria, people that are in Lagos, right? So that is what this one means. So if you are here and maybe your friend have actually sent you a link and say, my dear, please go and fill this form quickly. I bet they hire people. Go and fill this form. And then you and your friend are not even in the same city. Just know that the reason why your friend got the interview and you didn't is because perhaps you live outside where they actually want to hire people. So I will call it what? I will call it uh Ottawa what? Ottawa recruitment what? Recruitment automation. Okay. Then I've already done this one before, so I will not do it again. I'll just do what? Click on save here. Then we are now here now. Now, this form now has a trigger. The trigger is that what? When people fill that form that we created now, that our recruitment form, when they fill the form, this automation should start what? Should start working. Okay. Come here to do what now? To select the form name. Now, this first line, don't look at this first line. You come here to see what? To search for your forms that you've already created. So I created forms here, which is what? App registration form 1/3E. Select it now. And then do what? Click on save. You see now, it has not come in here now. Now, when you finish filling this form now, what is the next thing that will come to you after filling this form? You need to add it here by clicking on this plus here. Now, remember that when we were doing our hotspots here, we also had plus when we were trying to like add, it was from Google Drive to WhatsApp, and then we now added Slack. So you now need to do what now? Click on this place here to add what? To add what will happen next. So I'll click here now to say, okay, brother, when this person don't fill this form now, wait for how many minutes? Wait for maybe 1 minute. Come here now. You see now, I came here and I click on what? I click on delay now. We're not going to what? Add delay here now. Then what is the delay now? We say what? We need to specify the time. So the time is what? It's 1 minute. If you want it to be for hours, you put hours here. If you want it to be days, you can put days here, right? And I'll say, well, okay, after 1 minute, you should do what? You should what? Do this thing now. So this one is one word, is one step. The next step is now to what? To send them a message, right? So you can come here now to do what? Okay. I will now say, okay, here now is for what? Is for a communication. What should that communication be? I'll click communication here and I'll say what? Send them an email. If you're noticing now, you see that whatever we did on Zapier is somewhat related here. That is why I'll say that I'll wait until Equitos teach you that automation on Zapier before I'll come here and what? And do this one so that it will not be as if you are speaking German. Even though it is still sounding like German, no problem. If you continue to follow it up slowly, you get it. Okay? So now, it has to send them an email. Where is the email? You see now, automated email, right? Where is the email? I have an email here that I've already created. Yeah, of course, you guys saw how I was able to do it now. So this is the first one, second one, then the third one. So I will select on what? I'll select this one. But if you do not have the email, you can simply do what? Click here to what? To create a new email. So what do you want to call this email so that anybody that want to do this for you can what? Can know what to, can be able to identify the email. I can call it what? I can call it uh uh maybe recruitment what? Recruitment what? Maybe ginger, right? And then the form name is what? Is recruitment what? One. And then form address should be what? Of course, it should be from where? From this my email address. That's when they're going to what? To be able to get the message. Then what is it going to be? Normally, I'm supposed to type, say, okay, maybe subscription, whatever here, but I'll just select this one that is already existing here. The next is to what? Is to say, okay, what are they going to see in their mail when they now receive this message? You need to put it here. Say, okay, thank you for, for applying for what? For senior what? Senior Otanwa what? Otanwa engineer position, right? Then here now I can now do what? I can now put my message here now. What is my message? I'll come down to what? To select my message from this part now. You see, so this naturally is not that, it's technical, I know, but it's really not difficult, okay? So here now, I will paste my message here, but you see now, I still need to put the person's name. I still have to personalize this thing so that the person can know that what the message is for them. The best way is to what? Is to mention their name. So I'll click on this personalize here and I'll click on this token here. Then I'll come down to what? To contact owner. Then I'll select the what? The first name. You see now, then I'll now click on insert. Can you see insert here? Click on insert. You see now, then I'll come to the back here and type what? Dear whatever. So that means it will now put the person's name here where we have contact owner first name here. That's what this means here. So sometimes when you now say that, they just sent me an email and then they mention my name. That is how they actually did it. Is it hard? It's not hard. Now I am done with this message here. I now want to what? I now want to save it. I click on this footer message here to show my company details here, and I will now do what? Click on save. That is how it was done. So when I now want to what? Select the message, I can now come here to see what? Okay, I want to welcome them to the what? To the what? To the stuff. So this is my what? My ginger is now here. Then when I now do that now, it will show me a small highlight of what the mail will look like here. I'll now click on what? Okay, or save. You see it now? This is step one now. This is our step one, two, and what? Step three. Now we now need to go and do what? Now we need to go and do our what? Our branch. Like I was saying here, our branch is more like when you want to offer, when you want people to what? To buy different products according to their gender. Okay. So if you are a male, of course you can buy. Maybe I'm selling a bleach. I'm selling a beard, beard gang oil, right? And then I'm also selling what? Maybe hair remover oil. But I know that people that are going to fill my form, they actually male or what? Or female. Or maybe since we are doing a recruitment form, I'm actually hiring maybe drivers. And I know that because I'm actually submitting this form for people out there, male are going to what? Apply. Female are going to what? Apply. So I will now do what? Okay. If they are males, please welcome them. If they are female, tell them that they do not qualify. Then I also said that a typical example is what? We are hiring for Lagos. Let me even use another place here and to do my stuff. Let me just say, okay, new. Don't save. That's okay. We are hiring for what? We are hiring for what? For maybe we are hiring for people in Lagos. Okay, people in Lagos. But somehow somebody in Abuja actually did what? Got a hold of our what? Of the form link and also fill the form, right? But we don't want people that are from what? From Abuja, because we don't want to start compensating them for transporting back here to come and do what, leaving their family and all that. So we want to what? Focus on what? People that are in Lagos only. So if it's from Lagos now that you're applying from, you will be what? You have an what? An interview. If you are not from Lagos, you'll be what? Told that you did not qualify for the what? For the job. Or we just say sorry, we have actually moved forward with our what? With other applicants. That kind of stuff. Okay, I hope it is now clearer now. That is what we are doing here now. So I will now come here to add a what? To add a branch. You see now, we have a branch here, but before the branch, I need to add a what? A delay, right? I'll add a delay, and I will say what? I will say uh amount of time, which is what? Maybe say 2 minutes, or let me even say 3 minutes here, right? Because I think I have a delay here of 1 minute. Then I need to put, so that they will not be working at the same time. So I'll put a 3 minute delay there. Then I will now do what? Add a branch here now. So this is my branch here. I will click on the branch here. Then I'll select here as what? One property or action input. So I'll click on here now. Then what is that property now? I'll click on this place here and I will select what? Here where they say search property type here. I'll click and I will select what? I'll select state. Of course, our form has state or region, right? So I'll come here down here to say what? Select what? State or region. I'll click on it. Okay, then I'll click on next now. Now, this one says that what? When that person actually enters their state and their state is equal to Lagos, okay, it's equal to Lagos, what should happen? Click on save, and it will now say that this will now become two parts here. Are you not seeing it now? It will now become what? Into two parts here. This one here is what? It's equal to Lagos. This one is what? Not met. Like this one are people. So people that are coming out of Lagos, this one is what they are going to get. People that are coming from Lagos, they will get this one here. That's what this thing here means. It's not difficult. So if they are from Lagos, now what will happen? They should receive a what? A particular message here now. So I will select what? This plus here and select communication. Then I will select what? Send a what? A message. What is the message? I will invite them for what? For an interview, that is this one here. Okay, it's now here now. Now click on what? Click on save. Now if they did not qualify, maybe they are from other part of Nigeria that are not Lagos state, send them also a what? A message. What kind of a message? Click on communication and select what? Send message again. Then you select what? You select what? Not qualified, right? Can you see it here? Put it here. I'm picking that because I've already shown you how to create your message, right? So I'll click on that one and then do what? Click on save. Okay. Now, these people are from Lagos now. They will come for an interview. These people are not from Lagos. They will select, they will get a message that what? That did not qualify. Okay, that's what this one here means. Then, now, peradventure, this person now qualified for the job and got invited and then maybe now got hired. You can see add one here and say what? Welcome to the team. Let me come here and do what? And say, okay, give me another message. Give me another message welcoming what? Welcoming hired candidates to the what? To the Otanwa what? Otanwa joint, Otanwa Akara joint what? Joint team. Now it will give me another one to what? To add there. So this thing is just for you to what? To just have your what? Make sure that your mind is what? Is creative enough to be able to what? To do what you want to do. It's not hard. Okay, so I will come here to do what now? To add communication. And I will select an email. Then I want to create that message that I just copied from that GPT. Now click on here to what? To get it. And I'll come here, paste it, provide the name here, which is what? Say welcome or you are hired. Okay, you are hire. Sometimes now when you are finishing your interview now, if they hire you, you cannot get a word, you cannot get a message, right? So I say, okay, hired message. Then I'll come here to select my what? Company email. Then here can be my word, the same thing. Then here is what is you have been. Okay, let me see what they gave me here as what? As a subject. You see now, you say welcome to the what? To the Ottawa team, right? I'll copy this now and I'll paste it here. Remove this one, remove this one also. Then who be that person now? Please mute. Haba. Then I'll come here to do what now? To say, okay, select token. Then I'll come down here to select what? contact link. Okay, then I'll paste it there, and we are good now. So this person can now receive a message that came from what? That they have been what? That they have been hired. So I can just do what? Click on save. That person that is trying to provoke me, please simply just turn off your message now, I beg. Should I bring wine? Sorry for me, no vex, eh? So I'll click on what? You are hired. Then I'll click on save. You see it now? So for this automation now, everything here ends with what? Here. This one, people will now, they will not, they will not get a message there because they are what? They are already out of the list. They did not qualify, so they should not message us again. We also should not message them again. Remember that this is a message. This also is a what? A message. At least as an automation person, now you should know that what, that this is for what? For an invitation for what? Interview. Then there should be a delay. At least the interview has to be conducted now before this mail will not be what? Will not be sent. So here can be what? Here can be maybe 20 minutes. You can put another delay here and say, okay, this one should be what? For 20 what? 20 minutes. So you can come here and put what? 20 minutes. Okay, you can now click on save. So this is just how you, as an automation expert, should be able to reason very, very fast. Okay, you should be able to know, in fact, know what you want to do in your mind and then do it like a pro. That's why I'm teaching you guys this from scratch and then repeating it severally. Not that I cannot come here and then rap and go away. I can do it, but my chino you see, my chino even agree with me. Say I do that kind. What our summary is that we wanted them to what? Whenever they fill the form, they should get a message, but before then we should get a what? A delay, and then this message was that they are, that you're being recruited. And then this one is what? Our branch is here. After this delay, it will do what? This our branch here. If you're from Lagos, you'll be coming for an interview. If you're not from Lagos, you did not qualify. Then when you now come for the interview, after 20 minutes, you get a what? You will get another message that you are what? That you have been hired. So I think at this point, I'm going to just do small. I'm going to just activate this workflow by clicking on what? Review and publish. Then I'll come here to do next again, next, and what? And I think this time it should work because I think I did everything correctly this time. So let me click on turn on. Of course, pattern one is on the beat. You must not do say you're not born and say not go do well. So now that some of you now ask me, how can we not get this form to them? Can we put it on our website? Look at how I'm going to do it now. So the form that you created for your what? For your recruitment, you need to go to the form and get the form now. So this is the form. I'll click on actions and I'll copy the words, the share, right? So I'll come to this part where they say share link and I'll copy the link now. So I can now go to let me go to my blogspot, or you can even send it to them. If they're your friends, you can actually send it to them on your, on your system. You can send it to them like I've do it here. So somebody said Otite investment. You said this is called an if statement in program language. Yes, it is. Even in mathematics, it's still there mathematics, but some of us that did not do mathematics, that's why I'm using the normal street language. Okay, hope you don't mind. So I got lost at the part of double step. Can you please help? I think I did it again, Amaka Blessing. So you are doing well. Continue, please. Okay, okay, yes. So Titi, if I think you are correct. So how many times are we going to add the delay? The delay will come as many times as possible, just once between the first step and the next step. For instance, when they receive the message, there should be a delay for the recruitment to happen. At least, now they can hire somebody, they can canvas for candidates for 6 days or maybe 1 month. Then you can now put what? 90 days there. No longer hours now or minutes, 90 days. Then after that 90 days now, when they have finished interview and then the testing and selection and everything, you can now send that you are what? You are hired. Okay. So if I paste the link now, some of you can now go and what? And fill the form. Let us see if it will work. For me also, I will still go and fill the form. I'll paste the form here, the link, and then I will fill it up and see the name is what? The name is Dr. Otanwa. Then last name is okay. Last name is what? Or is Ejigbo. Then here is what? My WhatsApp number should be what? Maybe 080. Let me put 0 blah 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 blah. It doesn't really need to be correct. So then the email can be what? The email is what? This. Country region is what? Nigeria. Let me put Nigeria there. Nigeria. And then the region is what? Is Delta, right? And then city is what? City is Warri. And then revenue is what? Revenues can be maybe 50,000. Or let me even say 25. Okay, then I will do what? I will submit this form. Now let me go to my email that I've actually submitted. Okay, let me check where this my email is. I don't know whether I still have access to that email. No, be say what go they I'll go piece for myself. So where's the mail? Is it here? Okay, the mail is not here actually, but I think it's in the other parts. I think it should be in this part. Let me check. So that I will see that yes, my actually if you know if that email is not active, I will use something else to do my stuff and get my result that I'm looking for. Okay. So okay, this is what I want to use. I want to use this one now. So let me open it up. Okay, so it's here actually. So if I now go back and I now fill the form, I should see my words in action. I should see it in action. So I will do what? Ah, Susan Bagby. That's a different email. Oh, is that Susan Bagby? No. Okay, this one now. Okay, I think this one is actually active. So I will now go there and do what? I will now go and do what? And submit my form now. So this is my form now. I will submit it now. Look at my form. I will submit it now. Now, mind you that there is a kind of message that I have here, which is my last message. Let me just close everything here so that you can see that. Don't be me fake and put. Because my few are fond of thinking that everybody is Oluwole like you people. I don't do Oluwole, oh, please. So I will come down here to do what now? So I will go back and do what? And submit my form. I'll come down here and I will submit this form. This is the form now. I'll submit it now. Now see what will happen now. You see, thanks for submission of the form, right? Then I can now go back to my this and check. Is there any message here for me? Of course, the thing will have to wait for some minutes before it will start delivering. That is how it works. So it has to wait for some time to start delivering. This is Susan Bagby now. So after a minute now, the message will come here. Because here already now, we already see that we did what? That we actually gave it a delay. So until that delay actually comes, it will not function. That is how this thing here works. So and so we are doing it now with the C and for I think they work. So I think I gave it 3 minutes delay for it to start what? For it to start working. So I think if I open it up now, I think I gave it a delay. Let me see. You see it now, I think it's 1 minute here. So that one is what? Is a delay. So after 1 minute now, I should be able to get a what? A message in my email. That actually somebody actually sent me a message. So let us now, I think it's about time we're going to get the message about now. Let's see. I think it will work. The message is going to work here automatically. It should come here. In fact, it must come. You see now? Can you see now? This I may say thank you for applying for what senior Ottawa engineer position. Can you now see? It said, dear, welcome to Ottawa Akara Joint. Thank you for signing up, blah blah blah. Can you now see? This is just it, and you can now see that our company. I mean, this is actually here. You see our company at the bottom here, the address and everything is here at the bottom. Can you now see? This is just how it works. Then there will still be another step, which is after what? After 2 minutes again, it will send me another message that what? That you know, I am now what? Okay, it has already done this one. I think it has already done this one already now, right? So if it is now finished after like 3 minutes now, it will say that what? That I am not qualified. That is what will happen now. That I am not qualified for the job because I told it to what? I told it to do that for me now, right? It's actually done this one now. It has done this one now. So after 3 minutes now, it will tell me that what? That maybe because I'm not, now I did not feel Lagos in that form. So it will say that what? That I'm not qualified. That is what it will do. So let us still wait a little bit, guys, so that it will come here. In fact, it must come here. That's what? That I'm not qualified. It must come here. Just hold on to show here that I'm not qualified, blah, 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 la, la, la. I'm not in Lagos, blah, 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 and all of that. So that is what will happen here after what? After a while. So that is how you configure an automation. You can see that what now, that if actually they fill the form now, I don't have to actually do anything. Even if I'm sleeping, okay, I'll be what? The thing will be working for me while I'm in my sleep, dreaming about my autumnalistic what? Autumnalistic baby. So let me now go and see whether anybody actually has question. Unless some of you are so scared to ask. Okay, your own don't come, Abby. Say not the transcript. I mean, say not the recruitment one. Eh? Okay, somebody else should go and fill Lagos. Let us see whether they will be getting, an invitation for, for this thing, and maybe an invite for an interview. If you feel Lagos, please let us know what you got from your own form. See, so this naturally is not. It's really really not difficult for you to be able to understand. That's how. So look at mine now. You see now, it says, "Thank you for your interest in the job, blah, 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 blah." But still, with application, you see now, you say, "Updates on your application." You see, my own message is what? Is different because we told automation to what? To send me something different if I did not do what? If I did not meet this criteria here. So I feel Delta. That's why I'm getting this message that what? That I did not get qualified, right? So, but you are getting yours because you feel Lagos. That's why you are saying that what? You have been invited. So, now that you got this now, in 20 minutes time, they will say that you are what? That you have been hired. You get a what? Your hired message here. That is just how this thing works, guys. So, it's not a rocket science, okay? So, I think at this part, I've actually done my part to teach you guys automation. There are, in fact,